Hello everyone, this is V from Mingle podcast. Today I have with me Cameron Bradshaw. Cameron, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, V. Thank you for having me. My name is Cameron Bradshaw. I am 29 years old. I have autism and I live in Adelaide. I started my public speaking business, Bradshaw's Barrier Breakdowns, in April 2024. I did some oral presentations in school. I also took part in debating when I was in Year 7 in primary school and in Year 10 in high school. And that was a very good experience. I also have had the opportunity to do public speaking before starting Bradshaw's Barrier Breakdowns.
Is that what led to you then going into public speaking or starting your business as a public speaker?
The opportunities I've had to do public speaking definitely have.
Yeah, okay.
I also have a passion for supporting people with disabilities, and I decided to combine my passions for supporting people with disabilities and public speaking to talk about...
As an advocate?
Yeah, as an advocate and to support people with disabilities.
Awesome. So you would be part of a group? Are you part of some advocacy group or are you part of any advocacy group?
I am part of the advisory board at Aidnium Living, and to be honest, I just speak wherever I'm called.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that's great. And how has your autism shaped your path and purpose as a speaker?
Having autism has definitely come with its challenges and its rewards, and it's also given me a very valuable story to share with other people.
That's great.
To show people that they can overcome anything if they put their mind to it. Because regardless of whether we have autism or not, we all face different challenges in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're comfortable sharing, how do you identify in terms of neurodivergence? Well, you did say you were autistic. Yeah, you have autism, right?
Yes, yeah. Autism, and I also have anxiety and depression.
Yes, yes.
It's these challenges that can make me appreciate the good times in life.
Absolutely. I love that you said that. Yeah, that is very true. I too have depression, and I started on medication this year. It made me feel like it was like a different version of me. It was a quieter version of me, I suppose. All my thoughts were like, I don't know, it was just a quieter version. It took me 3 weeks to get used to it, but yeah, and it's something like you said, that really resonated with me, because when, you do appreciate those beautiful times, or, where you're really happy and you're really excited, and you appreciate those moments a bit more. You
do, and if you didn't go through the challenges every now and then, you wouldn't know how good it is to enjoy life.
Yeah, I love that, how you said that, yeah. What are your other common misconceptions about your neurotype that you often try to challenge?
I would definitely say that when it comes to neurodiversity, one reason that people find it challenging and may have certain views is due to lack of knowledge and lack of experience.
Yeah.
It's fair to say that they don't always deliberately try to hurt people's feelings. It's just the lack of knowledge and lack of experience.
Yeah. Are there things that people have said, like sometimes with other conversations I've had with other people, they'll be like, oh, you don't look autistic. Things like that, and you're like, there's a misconception to that as well. Are there certain things that you've heard people say? Obviously, they don't mean it in that way, but is anything that stands out to you?
It's a very good question, actually. Well, some of my personal beliefs is disabilities do not need to be cured. Disabilities need to be understood.
Yeah.
And that's my belief on neurodiversity. And people with disabilities can achieve anything they want to if they're willing to put their mind to it. Yeah. It just takes them longer, and if they are given time, patience and support, then they can definitely achieve what they want to.
Yeah. With your journey, did you, starting your own business, did you get the support you needed, or did you have to actually advocate for yourself to get that support?
I did get some support, it's fair to say. Yeah. My main way of starting it, I found, was creating a business card and giving them out to other people. So I've been to a few disability expos since starting my public speaking business, and I feel this has definitely helped.
Yeah, okay, that's great. How does being neurodivergent influence your communication style or stage presence?
I consider myself to be very much a verbal communicator. I do struggle with reading body language.
Okay.
Of course, the things people do for me, they don't go unnoticed or unappreciated.
Oh, that's beautiful, Cameron. What do you enjoy most about public speaking?
I really enjoy the opportunity to get to share my story and people telling me what a good job I've done. It's fair to say that is not expected, but it's always a very nice surprise and it's appreciated immensely.
Yeah.
I've also discovered my passion for emceeing as well.
Okay.
The first time I did this was in October 2024.
How was that experience for you? Did you feel really excited, or after you did the emceeing, or was it throughout?
I found it was definitely an enjoyable experience, and I'm hoping to do more of it because the thing I really enjoy about emceeing is it gives other people a chance to share their story, but it gives me a chance to do what I enjoy at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's one of the most memorable talks you've given, and why did it stand out to you?
For school, I attended Colonel Light Gardens Primary School and Cabra Dominican College. When I was a student at Cabra, at the end of each year, we would have Cabra Celebrates, and it also gave the school an opportunity to say goodbye to the Year 12s. At the end of Year 9, I got to share my journey at Cabra and the challenges and rewards that had been a part of that journey.
That's awesome. So that's the one that stood out to you the most till now?
I'd say for now, yes. And I also got to speak at the Barkuma graduation ceremony in 2016, and pretty much every talk has been special in different ways.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do you prepare for speaking engagement? Like mentally, emotionally?
I find one really good thing is just having some time to myself and the opportunity to empty my mind.
Yeah.
Being sent the questions always helps, and sharing them with the people who are organising the event to get some feedback.
Yeah.
Whilst it doesn't always go according to script, it definitely helps me to be more prepared.
Yeah. That always happens, doesn't it? Even now, probably now.
I feel like our life doesn't always go according to script.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Have you faced any particular challenges, and how have you, been a public speaker, and how have you navigated them?
Sometimes you do have to be patient when it comes to opportunities. I know that not everyone I give my card to is going to say yes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I also believe it's important not to take on too much, not to do too many in a short time.
Yeah, that's true.
So not to get overwhelmed.
Yeah. So you have you ever done a few in a week?
That's a very good question, actually. There have been weeks where I've been to multiple events.
Do you need to reset?
I do definitely need that time.
Yeah, I think I find that too.
But in terms of speaking more than once in a week, there have probably been times, but just nothing that comes to me now. I've just sort of learned that you've got to have that balance.
Yeah.
Another thing that has definitely made it possible for me to attend public speaking events and share my story is having a mentor, because I don't drive.
Okay.
Most of the time, as a general rule, I do find public transport to be very useful, and it usually gets me to where I need to be. But sometimes, depending on the location and the time, it can be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
For instance, when I spoke at the Stretton Centre,
that was in the evening, wasn't it?
It was. So my mentor came to that event and drove me home at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, that's great. So that's the supports you need when you're going to an event.
Definitely. Yeah. So having a mentor has definitely made it possible for me to just share my story and attend special events. So
that's awesome. What would you like event organisers to better understand about making speaking engagement inclusive?
That's a very good question, because it doesn't mean one way is good and another way is bad.
Yeah.
It just means that different methods work for different people. So,
because like I run events as well, and I ask, do you need any accommodations at the events? When I've gone to other events, I haven't been asked those things, and I think that's really important because it could be like something that for me is a big deal. Could be like the lighting. The fluorescent light's too bright, it gives me headaches. So do you get asked things like that, like any accommodations that you need while you are going to be a public speaker?
That's a very good question, actually. There's nothing that comes to my mind at the moment, but every time I have given a speech, they've definitely always been very supportive of me and definitely made it an enjoyable experience.
Okay, that's great to hear.
Another thing that I do believe can be accommodating is just knowing each person individually.
Yeah.
I think it can also be good to have a mixture of both neurodiverse and non-neurodiverse, and maybe also give people who are neurodiverse the opportunity to also MC events as well, if possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that way it can also include more people.
Yeah, and people feel as well represented as well, and they're like, well, I'm there too, so I'll come. I feel like that person's representing me in some sort of way, so they feel more. It feels more accommodating. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's a really good point. How do you balance authenticity and vulnerability when sharing your personal story?
That's a very good question, actually. Would you be able to explain that a little bit more, please?
Okay, so how do you balance being, let's say if you have to talk about your journey as a public speaker, or how you became a public speaker, or talk about what's it like to live with, to live with autism, let's say, and how do you show yourself as being yourself and being vulnerable at the same time?
I always like to share about my story, and I also like to mention the challenges, but also in a positive way. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. That's the last thing I want to do.
That's beautiful.
But I also, because the message I want to say is, yes, this was challenging, but I've gotten.
You did it. Yeah. Do you feel happy? Like, do you feel excited, or that thing? Because sometimes I've done things that I've never done before, and I get very overwhelmed before. But then after, it's like I did it. Like I feel so like empowered at the same time.
I definitely feel empowered, and I do also believe that it's very important to also share about the good times as well.
Yeah. What's something that you've learnt about yourself through your speaking journey?
I've learnt that public speaking and sharing my story is definitely something that I'm called to do with my life.
Okay, so that's where your passion is.
Definitely. And also another thing I've learnt is I'm also passionate about emceeing events as well. So as I mentioned before, I did it the first time last year, and I'm definitely keen to do that more in the future.
To get more opportunities. Who inspires you either in the neurodivergent community or beyond?
I'd definitely say that I've been inspired by Barkuma. They have helped me with finding my current job at Ranella Mitre 10, and they continue to support me to this day.
Yeah. So you're not with them anymore?
I am still with them, yes. And I would not be where I am today without them.
Yeah.
And I'm also very passionate about supporting other public speakers too.
Have you met other public speakers, other neurodivergent public speakers?
I have, yes.
You have, yeah. What was the advice that if you gave them any advice? Or encourage them? Did you encourage them?
I haven't really given them any advice, but I've definitely had the opportunity to connect and also share some work that I've done in the past.
Okay.
But every public speaker, neurodiverse and non-neurodiverse, is individually unique, so different methods work for different people.
Yeah, that's correct, what's next for you in the public speaking or advocacy work?
I'm hoping to continue my public speaking and to have more opportunities. Definitely I'm hoping to continue getting my name out there, and just to be patient for those opportunities. I may not get a yes straight away, but...
Yeah, sometimes it's like I think as well, sometimes not. Like I've kept your card because I was like, I might need it later. So that's why I keep your card. And I think it's important as well as when you do inclusive events to represent everyone, because an inclusive word means everyone. So neurodivergent people and neurotypical people. Yeah.
Thank you. And I also plan to continue going to disability expos and disability events.
Yeah.
Um,
Because that's how you promote yourself there as well?
It is, yes. And even if I can't do public speaking, I'm always happy to help at events in other ways.
Yeah.
Last month when I helped out at the disability events community, I got to give out some magazines at the entrance, and I enjoyed doing that
that's awesome.
as well.
Yeah.
And it gave me a chance to introduce myself to other people and speak to other people. And
that's awesome. I love that you still, you know, you're so passionate about it that you're still promoting yourself, you're still doing, you know, because sometimes that could be very overwhelming. Yeah.
Definitely. I also got to hand out some sensory headphones in February at the Source Kids Disability Expo.
Oh, yeah, yeah. How did you enjoy that one?
That was a good experience as well.
Yeah. Did you, within your advocacy work at the moment, what is the most challenges that you would find for people with disabilities?
That's a very good question, actually, because everyone faces different challenges.
Yeah.
Not everyone faces the same ones.
Because for me personally, I've found, like you're a public speaker, and I've met other people as well that are starting their own business, but there is not enough support. So at the moment, I'm finding a lot of people like you as well that have their own business, but don't get enough support. And what does that look like? Because everyone's different, but how do we support you from getting more? I want you to get more jobs. I want you to do more emceeing. So how do we get that support for you, or how do we promote you more?
I'd say the business cards are definitely one way. Sharing, maybe.
Like, how do I know who's out there? So if I want to hire someone that is neurodivergent, so in the events that I do, I have an MC. She's neurodivergent. She's fantastic. She does the women's events. Okay. But if I didn't meet her at the event, I would have not known that. So where do I go if I want to hire?
I would say that maybe a business card would definitely be a good start. If they're comfortable with you sharing their contact information, that could be definitely another way of getting that person's name out there. So depending on the individual, I believe LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram can help if they share their work on there. For me personally, I don't currently have a website, but I do have other ways I share my information. Some of my speeches are on YouTube, and I have found sharing those links help. When it comes to helping getting someone's name out there, not every person is going to say yes, or they might not say yes straight away, but
that's correct.
It's always important to try.
What would be the overall thing in that you've seen that, well, you kind of did tell me that about advocacy work, that, you know, there's education, because I find the same thing as with advocating for like social inclusion events is asking people, do they need accommodations at this event?
Definitely.
For you to feel comfortable. What can we change to make it better for you?
Sure.
But other challenges, as you know, when we do the friendship events, some people haven't had those social opportunities as well, or as often.
Definitely.
So is there something that you find that it's common right now, the challenges that from your advocacy group or what you know that, that's the kind of the main challenge? Is there anything that comes to your head?
I would say the biggest challenge is definitely lack of knowledge, lack of experience. So it's not that they don't want to include them. They may really want to do that, but they just don't know how. I believe that maybe talking to the individual's parents, family or carers, because nobody knows that individual better than their family, friends and carers if they have one. So
that's true.
One good question to ask them is, if a challenging situation were to arise, what can we do?
Do you have anything that you would like to share?
So after I finished school, I joined up with Job Prospects. I was with them from 2015 to 2021.
Okay.
And then, as I mentioned, I joined Barkuma in 2022. I worked at Hungry Jack's from 2015 to 2022. I finished there in October 2022 and started my current job at Ranella Mitre 10 in November of 2022. At my job, I have my caseworker who comes to visit me once a week. If my caseworker can't come in for whatever reason, they try and give me as much notice as they can. And Barkuma arranges for a substitute to come and see me.
Yeah.
If there are any issues I'm having at work, there have been times where they've spent a little extra time with me, but luckily that hasn't happened too often. It's fair to say at work I have more good days than bad ones.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about, is there anything that you would like to see in the future for the neurodivergent community?
Probably just the more understanding in the mainstream workplace. Because I understand that working in places that are for people with disabilities are not for every neurodiverse person for various reasons, but the mainstream workplace at the same time can also be challenging. So maybe a little more knowledge in how to support them.
Yeah.
But I'm very lucky that in my current job I'm very supported by both my workmates and my manager.
That's good. That's really good to hear.
So, if there ever has been an issue, they've always communicated with Barkuma in an outstanding way.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a really good. You have a really good story. Yeah.
Thank you. One big challenge I faced was I had to reduce my hours at Hungry Jack's to get the support from Barkuma.
Oh, okay.
But looking back, it was a matter of short-term pain for long-term gain. So, whilst that decision came with its challenges, I'd do it again if I had to.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah. Would you want to add anything else?
It's a very good question. I just want to say that, I just want to encourage everyone who's listening to this to follow their dreams and to remember that dreams are not something to wait for, they are something to work for, but with the right support you can definitely achieve those dreams.
So you would say as well, advocate for themselves or get someone that's a really good advocate?
Definitely.
So they could be supported?
Definitely.
I love your story, Cameron, because everyone's life is different, and yours looks, like you had really good supports.
Definitely, thank you. And I would like to say a big thank you for having me here today, V. It's been a great pleasure to do this podcast with you, and I definitely hope we can have more opportunities to work together in the future. Yeah, absolutely, No, I want to thank you for coming. For you've been a guest and been happy to be a guest at the Mingle podcast. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your story and for the work that you're currently doing for the neurodivergent community as an advocate and representing people as a public speaker. Thank you so much, V. I'm definitely lucky to have the support from yourself and many others. And before we go, I thought I'd also mention that at Barkuma, I have had the opportunity to be part of the Barkuma Buzz magazine committee and also about a committee where we've had the opportunity to give advice on certain decisions. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah. And I just encourage you, V, and everyone who's watching this to continue reaching for the stars. And yeah, that's beautiful. Good story. I love it. And I wish you all the best with your amazing work. Oh, thank you. Do you want to say goodbye? Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you for listening.